Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today we're going to be taking these card embellishments that I made in another video, and we're going to now turn them into cards. So let's get started. I really had so much fun showing you how to make these card embellishments using your scraps, and I asked the question, would you like to see me turn these now into the card, like the next step? So I'm going to show you how to do that. It's going to be so much fun. I went ahead and I cut out some card bases, and I did some white ones and I did some in the kind of light brownish, and we're going to use these for our card bases. And these are A2 size cards, which are 5.5 by 4.25. So I've got all of these papers that I want to also use to make backgrounds. So this is some Bow Bunny paper, and I will put all of this below so you can see it. But this paper now I need to choose and find out what I want to use for a background, because I thought this would be cute to have some kind of background for our pieces of embellishments. So this is the fun part, because it's almost like picking out some clothing for your embellishments. And so I'm going to go through these papers, pick out a couple of these that I think would look good. I've got several of these, and we're going to go ahead and put them on our card base. So these are really easy. And the nice thing is you get to pick them out. So all I do really, this whole process basically is me going through my paper packs, and this is the Heidi Swap paper. Love it, love it, love it. I'm also going to be using another paper. Let me just show you. This is the Signature Garden variety. You've seen me use this in some of the other videos, and I'm going to be picking out some paper. So I think this is like the really fun part now, is finding a home for our embellishments. Okay, so once you picked out your papers for your backgrounds on your cards, you're going to want to cut them down to size. So I have my Fisker paper trimmer here, and I don't think I've ever used this in a video. I'm sorry about that glare. My lighting has a glare on this. And this is a smaller one, and so all I do is, here's where the blade is. I'm just going to cut them down. And since my card base is 5.5 by 4.25, I like to come in about 1/2 an inch on my backgrounds, or actually 1/4 of an inch on my backgrounds. And so all I'm going to do is, look how pretty that paper is. I'm going to just measure this up. So starting at the 5.25 right here, I want this to be 5.25. And I used to do this with a ruler. Sometimes I still do it with a ruler. And then I'm going to just trim this off. And of course I got another scrap piece of paper, so I'm going to hold on to that. And then I want to be at 4 inches because we have 4.25. So we're just coming in 1/4 of an inch on each side. And so this is going to be my card base to go on here, like that. So that's how I get that little, I always like that little edge sticking out on there. Okay, so I'm going to do another one, and then I'll skip ahead and cut everything down. So I'm going to do I think this one I want to be turned this way, so I'm going to do the 5.25 here. Trim that off. And these are going to be nice little scraps for our other things that we're going to create. And let's do the 4. So it's pretty simple. So I'm just doing a bunch of these, and then we're going to put our cards together. Look how pretty that paper is. That's from the Bow Bunny collection. So now we're going to go ahead and put everything together. Okay, so this is almost like putting a puzzle together. And so I'm just taking some of my backgrounds and matching them up to see if how they look together. And I don't want to be thinking about it too much. Just want to go ahead and do it. Look how pretty that looks, but to me that blends in too much. That does look cute, kind of wild little thing there. That looks like it would go pretty good together. Kind of like that. Or what about some circles? So you see, the nice thing is you're just doing it. You're not really thinking too much about it. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this on my base real quick. See what we could come up with. And I think it looks good on this brown. And I'm going to trim off the edge just a little bit. To me, it looks just a little bit too long. So I'm going to use my scissor here. See if I got this. Just a little bit. These are so fun because you can make a bunch of these and just have some all year round. Okay. Mount this on here. Grab some of my stuff from here. That would look pretty on there. I like that. Looks fun. I like that too. And if you want, you can mount these on this card, giving it another dimension. See what that looks like. I like that. I like all of these actually. But we don't want to be thinking about this too much. I really like this on here. Like this one too. So let's go for it. And I bet there's no other card that looks like this, because it's all taking your scraps and just putting them all together. And so there we got the first card. Look how cute that looks. And it's got the green and a little bit of green in here, but it all pulls itself together. Let's do another one. I love the way this looks. You want it on that? I'm going to use one of the white card bases on this. So imagine if you make a bunch of these like we did in that video, and I will actually post the video below, the link to that video, and you just get a bunch of papers, some of your scrapbook paper. You don't need to hold on to it. Just make something out of it so that you have cards all year round. And I'm using my favorite glue, art glitter glue. And I will put everything below, even the measurements for the cards. I try to do that in all of my videos. Make sure this is not upside down because I've done that before. So I'm going to mount that on there. I'm just going to place that on there. And if I want, I could mount this. You know what? I'm going to mount this one on here because I had this. This is kind of flat. I'm going to put a bunch of these on here. And you could give away a box of cards also, which would be nice as a gift. So imagine you have a box of handmade cards that are unique and designed by you. Yep. Just want to make sure I got all those off. Okay, and look how cute that's going to be. So you have ready-made cards. You can write notes in them if you want. Okay, and so that's card number 2. Let's go for another one. Look how pretty. This paper is so pretty. It's got like this sparkly stuff on it, and that's that Heidi swap paper. See which one I want to go with this. You know what? I kind of like this on here. See what else we got. It doesn't match exactly, but it works. I've got this one right here also. Okay, so we're just going to go for it. Let's see, I just want to see what this looks like on the white card base. I probably need to get some kind of like an off-white card base that I can mount some stuff on also. But these are my favorite colors to have as card bases. I like this. To me, it has a cleaner finish. And we're going to line that up. And how pretty is this going to be? This looks pretty just like this, just by itself. So that's another thing. You can make a bunch of these if you want, and then just later on add whatever you want to it. Yep. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on here. And look how quickly these cards are coming together. And if you want to still add more embellishments to it, you can. Okay, another one done. And see, this is moving pretty fast, even while I'm recording on film, so I know it's moving fast because I'm able to pull these together. Sometimes we take time trying to make the decision. Just go ahead and do it. So pretty. This is that Bow Bunny collection. And I could put this on here, just like that. Let's see what else we got here. Got this one right here. And this actually, I like the way the sun lines up with that. See, I didn't plan that out. It just works. So, and if you want to give it another dimension, you could always mount it. Add some mounting squares to it, and you can mount it. There's our other card. Really pretty. And if I want, I can go in and put another little border just around here. Just a little bit to bring it out even more. Super easy to make these. Quick cards. And some of you have asked me about whether I make my own envelopes, and I do not. I haven't even tried to make an envelope. I know there's machines that you can make it with, but I also like to be kind of hands-on, so I may end up finding a couple of tutorials, seeing what I can do, and then of course sharing it with you all. I think I'm kind of addicted to these white backgrounds on here. Look how pretty that is. I love this. Can't go wrong with stripes. So imagine all the scraps you would have thrown out is now the basis for a card. Very quick and easy. And these will be perfect. These scraps will also be perfect for making mini cards. I've made mini cards before, and I will post that one as well. Super cute. Okay, what else do we have here? I'm on a roll here, so we're going to just keep going. Look how pretty that's going to be, because it kind of brings out the pink on there. But I'm going to use this background this time because the birds are brown in here. And so it all works. I don't want to get too close to the edge with that because then it'll come out the sides. So I'm just gonna, I tell you, this art glitter glue lasts a really long time. This is still from last year and there's still a lot in here. I'm gonna do that one. And if you feel like it doesn't stand out on the card, you could always go in and put just a little bit of a background or a little border right around here will solve that problem. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you real quick how I would do that. Let's see. If I can find my pen here. My trusty dusty container with my pens on standby all the time. See, all I would do is possibly put like a little, I could either do the stitching just to give it a little bit of a border. So just because you finished part of the card doesn't mean that you can't add more to it. Let me just put a little bit of glue under here. And sorry if I have a shadow on here. I'm recording at night. I'm just trying to match it up a little bit there. Okay, so I just added just a little bit around there. So very unplanned, putting that border on, and that just makes it stand out just a little bit more. And so all of those cards that are so unique, you're making stuff that never existed before, putting patterns together to make something beautiful. Okay, we got two more here, huh? Let's see. Oh, let's see, a card with a darker base on it. Let's see. You can do that. I had originally planned to just show one card and that was it. And so that didn't work out. Oh, no, I don't want to do that side. I want to do this side. Yeah, that's the side I want to do. When they have these double-sided papers, it's so hard to make a decision which side you're going to use. Try not to put too much towards the edge. And once I put this on, there's something else that I just came to mind that I want to do on here. It just came to mind. Let's see. You know, I couldn't get away with this. But I just thought, I said, you know what, this paper is too dark, it needs an edge. And if I wanted to, I can kind of go back and doodle on this area right here if I think it's just too black. But we're all done with that one. Or I can put some embellishment. I could actually put some sequins up in here too. I feel like it still needs something, so I may go back and do something on that. Okay, and we got one more. Let's see. This is the one that we're going to do. Kind of like this. Looks fun, and yeah, it looks really fun. I might put a border on that. Let's see. Nope, not that one. See, right away you'll know. Like this one, I kind of like that. I like this, hearts and polka dots. I'm going with it. I'm going to do it. So I know you have a bunch of paper packs and you want to save them and hold on to them, but for what? Go ahead and get them out. Some of them you probably haven't looked at in a while. Get those things out and start doing some stuff with them. So hopefully this gives you some inspiration for how you can put some cards together and fairly quickly. So if you feel too overwhelmed, just take it in parts. Take your scraps and make your card embellishments first, and then go back another weekend, especially if you're a weekend crafter. The next weekend, throw them on some cards. I don't know what it is with me and stitching. Look how fun that looks. I could even put it to the side like this. Just like that. This would make someone's day. This too shall pass. This will make somebody's day just so happy. Yep, I'm just putting it a little bit off kilter there. And so look how pretty that is. So we made all of those cards in a fairly quick amount of time. And you can always go back, add something else. I see a few things coming up here, so I want to make sure I get all of that in there. And nice thing about the art glitter glue is it dries clear, so if you had some spillage. Look at that. All of our cards we made. Quick and easy. Don't think about it. Get those scraps out and just go for it. So I hope this inspired you. I had so much fun creating these, and I have a feeling I'm going to go back, once the camera's off, I'm going to go back and do some more stuff. But I wanted to just show you how you can make some quick cards. So we made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. And so all these wonderful cards to give away throughout the year. So thank you for joining me, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and subscribe. If you like to leave me a comment below, please do that, and give this video a thumbs up. I'll see you real soon. Bye. Okay, so I forgot about something. I had 2 more cards that were actually off to the side, and so I really like these. So I had to come back on and show you. So this is just an extension of my video. And so I really love the way these colors blend together. So these are the ones I cut out first at the beginning. And I just completely forgot that they were sitting off to the side there. So it happens. And so look at this. See how pretty that is? It has the border here, and then I took the matching paper. Another part of the paper has this over here, so I'm going to just put this right around there. Right kind of off kilter there. Just like that. And that just blends right in. So that's what we have on that one. So you don't have to always have everything in the middle. And then this one right here, this is a Bow Bunny collection. And originally it was like this, and I said, you know what, it didn't look right like that. But then when I turned it to the side, it was perfect. And our final card. So we actually have 10 cards in all. Each one unique in its own way. And a great way to brighten someone's day. Okay, so we're all done. Thank you.